Pharaoh, let my people go. Hey, they are called by my name, says the Lord. We are Biafrans, that is who we are. We don't want election in Biafra Land. Chukwu bialunu no manyo chai. Chime ge kwiere manyo chai. Chukwu abia, Chukwu nyanyi jabamba. Chukwu Biafra, chimazina mjekano. You're not a man that will lie, you're not a man, no. You're not a God that was made by the hands of men. Anya biakotana, kesi bona mama. Anya taga fofo biko mera anya bere. It is time, no more time again. It is now, on labor. It is time for that kind of freedom. It's time on labor, it's time for new dimension. Ewune wegodu, apachiya na churu yichi. Watane wegine, apachiya nenye yami. Chukwu abiyama, no keruo. See them as in the garden. Chop up your mouth, arise and scatter. You could support our home Israel because they are no run on your back. Anya biakotana, kesi bona mama. Anya taga fofo because meranye bere. It is time, no more time again. It is now, on neighbor. It is time for nothing kind of freedom. But it's time on neighbor. It's time for new dimension. Only you that we have Chukwu. If it don't be you, they for don't take over our land. She's eating on yendu, mazina bikano. She's eating on umada, lekwano omani chandene. Maga Biafra, the dragon walk on my side. I be one right, we are saying. You're not a man that will lie, you're a man, no. You're not a God that was made by the hands of men. And you're the Catalano, get it one more. And you're the phone, it is time, honorable justice, okay. But it's time I
And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back.
We are live and we are direct. Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking. I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care
I have become your last bus stop. I've said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Ichigomunu, Bakigemu, Mununite. I don't see you there. Unu Gano Vidaria Rasu until Biafra will come.
And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
Must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who said it in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nanyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
thank you so much for joining fellow Biafrans across the world. Wherever you are joining me from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you. Wherever you are joining me from, if you are connecting from Biafra Land, you're connecting from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, whichever part of the world you are joining this program from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to keep you, give you strength to join and fight until the last minute. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody who have joined. I can see my beloved sister, Linda TV show. I appreciate you so much for joining me on the broadcast. I appreciate Nwanyi Chukwu Oluchi. Thank you for joining. Amy Sami, thank you for joining. Kenny Kenechukwu, thank you so much for joining. Vine Maxwell, my brother Vine Maxwell, you are a comrade like me, one of my fellow soldiers fighting on the front at all time. I appreciate you so much, my beloved brother Maxwell. Thank you so much for joining the program. Jerry Kenechukwu, thank you for joining. Ada Zion, I appreciate you, Ada. You are always there, giving me support out there. You are doing a great job. I appreciate you. That is what we are doing. We are fighting for our freedom, and freedom we must get. Anuku, thank you so much for joining. Tana Monday, thank you so much for joining, Tana. Williams A-Team, thank you so much, William A-Team. You are always here, even though you are connecting from the difficult place, you are still joining. I appreciate you so much for your contributions. Biafra FE Thanks, thank you so much for joining. Amaka Nwamadu, thank you so much for joining, Amaka. Chioma Onyekwelu, thank you so much for joining, Chioma. Anderson Madu, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, including every other person who is in the background, those who I could not be able to mention their name. I appreciate you for joining me, and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect you. This very program today is a very important one, and every one of us must have to play a role. We all must have to play a role. We have to open our ears, open our eyes, and watch and hear. You have to make your contribution when it's time for you to contribute. If you want to come to the platform, I have already sent a link. The link is there for you to click and join me on the platform if you can join. And when the time for call comes, you can equally call in when the time comes. But before then, let me make the introduction of the program. When that time comes, I'm going to let you know. But if you want to join me on the stage, you can join me. I can see my brother Maxwell. He's always there. I've been on several platforms with him in Leader TV show. We are the one hosting there. So he's very much welcome to join me here at any moment, at any given time. Any other person who wishes to come. Bona One, thank you so much for joining, Bona One. I appreciate you for joining. And I appreciate everybody who has connected from any angle. Please, as you join, click like, you like and share. As you're joining, you like and share. That is the major role you can play. Each time you come to this platform, the major role you play is to like and share. Share the broadcast in every platform you belong. Share the broadcast in your WhatsApp group. Share it in any WhatsApp group that you belong. Share it in your own Facebook. Share it in any platform that you have. Share the broadcast there. That is the way we can overcome the attack from the conventional media. That is where we can overcome the attack on the social media. You know, our content is not being promoted. They are not promoting our content because of how important it is to us. They know that we are speaking the truth and we are pushing out the truth. They try to suppress the truth, but making sure that we don't reach many people. But when you continue to like the program and you continue to share the program, they have no choice than to push it forward. The algorithm cannot hold us down. As long as you continue to click like and you share, they cannot hold us down. The world will hear our voice. That is why I'm here. And today, we are going to deal with a very, very important issue. Very important issue. If you look at the topic that I choose there, I said the politicians have played their last card and they are going to face their destruction. The politicians have played their last card. Today, we are going to bounce into all their blackmail, propaganda, and lies and deceit against Mazen Nandekano, against Biafra struggle. Remember, the platform you are is an autopiloted platform, autopiloted by Chukwu Okike himself, under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazen Nandekano. That is where we stand, speaking the truth all the time, consistently speaking the truth, undeterred. We are not here to gossip. We are not here to attack anybody. We are not here to preach hate speech. We are not here to begin to talk about irrelevant things. We are not here to gossip. We are not here to begin to push blackmail. We are here to encourage one another and set the record straight. We are here to debunk every lie against Mazen Nandekano, every lie against the Biafran struggle, every deception. We are here to quash them into pieces. And I can do that. You can join me and do that. Every one of us will put hands together to do that. That is why we have to be on media. Remember the advice that our spokesperson, Master Manekwa, gave us in the last broadcast. He said that we will continue to make that very noise. Let us continue to make noise on social media. Let them continue to call us noisemaker. Increase that noise. Increase your noise. In any platform you are, increase your noise. As you have joined me today, increase the noise by sharing. Share to people you have not shared before. Share to platform you have not shared before. Let us increase that noise. They cannot stop us. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter the strategy they bring. It doesn't matter the distraction. We will not allow ourselves to be distracted by all means, no matter the strategy they use. We cannot be distracted. Today, you have seen the card the governors have played. They have played their final card, as we are counting days. Remember, today is 125 days. 125 days. Keep record. Continue to mark that day. And I have always told you, do not try to figure out how it's going to happen. All you have to do is to key in by faith. This movement of Biafra liberation, is being piloted by Chukwu Okike himself, autopiloted by Chukwu Okike himself. Do not try to figure out how your freedom is going to come. Do not try to figure out. All you have to do is to do what you are told to do. Follow instructions. Listen to 97.5 FM, Voice of Biafra. Listen to Master Simon Ekpa in all his broadcasts. Follow all the autopiloted platform. Subscribe to them and follow them. Pay attention to what they are saying. Follow Master Simon Ekpa on Twitter. He is tweeting almost every minute. He's sending out message. If you follow these levels, you are not going to miss the road. You will walk into Biafra safe and sound. If you listen to instructions, follow what you are being told, you will walk into Biafra safe and sound. I thank Chukwu Okike on behalf of our fellow Biafrans who is in Biafra Land. Every Biafran in Biafra Land, I thank Chukwu Okike on your behalf. And I pray that Chukwu Okike will continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and no weapon of the enemy will have power over you. I appreciate everybody who have connected. Today, you know that today is a sit at home. Today is a day that we have chosen. All the Biafrans have come together and chose that we will continue to sit at home until Mazen Nandekano is granted freedom. Until Mazen Nandekano is released unconditionally, we will have to continue to sit at home on Mondays. And today is one of those Mondays. And I tell you, Biafrans are sitting at home. Biafran brothers and sisters, those who are Biafrans, legitimate Biafrans, as we have gathered ourselves, they are all sitting at home today. There is no reason why you should not participate in this very civil disobedience. This very civil disobedience of more especially on Monday. There is no excuse whatsoever. Even if you have not been joining the past, this is the time that you have to join. Let me tell you, every action we are taking today regarding to the arrest and kidnap of Mazen Nandekano is justified. Every single step we are taking today because of the illegal detention of Mazen Nandekano is justified. 100% justified. In the past, some people have been scared. You have been hearing some message of distraction. Some will tell you that don't do this and don't do that, and they will say they will call you a terrorist. Don't do this, don't do that, they will call you a terrorist. Don't do this, don't do that. If you do that, they will not release him. Let me tell you, Today, every single message someone ever have pushed out has become absolutely correct. Every single message Simon Ekpa have been pushing out from the day Master Nnamdi was kidnapped up to this moment, they have all been correct and accurate. Master Simon Ekpa has never listened to any gossip. He has never been deterred. He has never shifted his ground. He has been very, very consistent. Consistency personified. And that is where we stand. And no man born of a woman can stop it. No man born of a woman can make us to stop what we are doing. No man can stop us. We will continue to do what we are doing. We will continue to fight. We will continue to move on until Biafra comes. Until Biafra is restored, no man is going to stop us. As we have all been fighting and going along, we will continue until Biafra comes. My brother Maxwell, I appreciate you. I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You are one of my, you are part of my body. That anytime I see you, I feel more encouraged and I have more strength to speak. I thank you so much and I welcome you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you wherever you are. Thank you so much, my brother. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Brother Chooks, and God bless you for this wonderful platform you've created to sensitize, Biafrans and the world to right the wrongs and the falsehood our enemies have perpetuated for a long time. May God bless Biafrans. May God bless Mazin Namdekano. May God bless all the real agitators of Biafra. May God prosper us and protect us, especially those in the Biafra land. I do not know how the sit at home is going on. I've not seen any update. I know everything is working as we agreed that it's going to be. Thank you. God bless you, sir. I will be here waiting for you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. So as I was saying, the main reason we are here today is to make sure we debunk all the lies against the Biafran people. So many lies have been told. So many lies they continue to tell. And recently, they have decided to begin to push a new narrative. A new narrative they are pushing. And I want you to pay attention to the advice of the dragon, the advice of the spokesperson of Biafra, that we should continue to make that noise, that thing they call noise, continue to do it. It is that noise that is keeping us where we are today. It is that noise that is leading us to Biafra. It is that noise that we're making that is making us to step into Biafra without anybody stopping us. And we'll continue to make that noise. Today, you have seen the governors of Southeast. Governors of the Southeast, all of a sudden, they got an energy to speak. All of a sudden, after they have done all the evil on the ground, underground, after all their underground work, they feel is being completed. Now they come out to speak. But let me tell you, this is one of the reasons I love Master Simon Ekpa. This is one of the reasons I follow Master Simon Ekpa and I pay attention to his strategies. Master Simon Ekpa is somebody who doesn't attack you until
Master Chooks.
Wow. So sorry for the disruption. I don't know what happened. I think they are attacking the program. I don't know why the program was just cut off. I'm so sorry for my viewers. Any place you're watching from, please exercise patience with me. I don't know what really transpired. I just got caught up. I just got cut off. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what transpired. I was cut off completely. Thank you for coming back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate everybody who have been patient. Please exercise a little patience and let's try to fix it. This is one of the things we'll see. Each time we are broadcasting, we face all these challenges. These are the challenges we face. They try to stop us. They try to hinder the brokers. They make sure that the message doesn't go to where it's supposed to go. I don't know what really transpired. I don't know what really transpired. This is it's an attack. I don't know where the attack is coming from. You know, that is what we face each time. I'm so sorry, my brother Maxwell. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I can't just explain what really happened. You know, they kicked me out from the program, and the program just got stopped. I got kicked out from the program, so I just got to start it up again. Thank you so much for those who are still hanging around. I thank you so much. I appreciate you for your patience. It's not an easy thing. That is what we are facing. But I thank you, that we are not giving up. It doesn't matter the attack they bring. It doesn't matter the angle they come from. No matter how they do it, we cannot allow them to bring us down. We cannot allow them. As I was saying, I will not forget whatever I'm saying. Whatever message I want to preach, I'm going to preach it to the last. It doesn't matter what they do. Even if they kick out everybody, if it's only me, I am going to preach my message complete, and later on, people can watch. This is what we face. We see this kind of attack on different occasions, on various times, but we are not deterred. And that is why you have to play your own role. As you are in the background, you like and share. So that when they come with the attack, the algorithm will be noticing that we are really performing and we are there. That is what they do. That's what they do. We will continue to preach and they will not stop us. So as I was saying about the governors, in the issue of the governors in Biafra Land, all of a sudden they found a way to fight against us. They found a way. They found a way to penetrate to us. But we said we're not going to allow them. They found a way to be able to have a voice. These were the people who has been silent. They have been very silent all this while. All this while, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got a judgment in the court, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was vindicated in the court, and the court said, let him go. The court of the Zoological Republic said, let him go. When the court said, let him go, did you hear the governors call a meeting? They never called a meeting. The court said, let him go. You never heard them. And the federal government was battling with that very judgment. They were battling with it. Then, governors in the southeast, they were there. They never issued a statement. They never called any meeting. The judges who gave the judgment in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were all sent away, transferred. They never came together to make any statement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won a case again in Niger State. They never came together to make any statement until they waited and waited and waited until the federal government read out their own version of the judgment. All this why they were waiting for a judgment from the Zoological Republic, the version of judgment that they will love. They were waiting for the version of the judgment that they will love, the version of the judgment that they have already typed and printed and given to the Janjaweed. That was what they were waiting all this while. And finally, when they got that version of judgment that they wanted, they came out to make a speech. They came out to make a speech. Sorry. They came out to make a speech. And when they came out to make that speech, there is no way we cannot understand what the truth is. Now it has become very clear. Those who were involved in the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it has become more clear. Those who were involved in the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and those who are making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released. If you were not able to speak, when your brother, your son, and your own person got a judgment of freedom, you weren't able to stand up and demand that the court should be obeyed. You didn't utter any statement until the government came with a version of the judgment that is against your own person, until they were able to succeed to get the stay of execution of the judgment of the appeal court. That was when you came out to begin to talk about political solution. Even though when you know that we are not interested in political solution, even when you know that the Janjaweed themselves said that they said that they don't want the political solution. This same political solution that you came out to organize a meeting for was the same political solution you came together and you went to meet the imposter in Asrock, and the imposter told you that he is not interested in any political solution. That let the court take its course. That was what the Zoological Republic said. That was what the imposter in Asrock said. That allow the court to take its course. Allow the court to take its course. That they are not interested in the political solution. The elders went to meet the late Muhammad Buhari, the imposter in Asrock, to beg him, yet he said no. That the judgment must go forward. That whatever the court decides stands. All of a sudden, the Court of Appeal decided that Mazen Nandekan must be discharged and acquitted. The governors were there, they kept silent. All of a sudden, Nigeria began to interpret discharged and acquitted. They separated discharged from acquitted. They said the judge mentioned only discharge. He did not mention acquitted. You can't discharge somebody that has a case. When you say discharge, it means the person doesn't have any case. These governors were there. There was so people were trying to twist the whole thing, twist the narrative, talking about acquitted and discharged. They never uttered any statement. None of them came to utter a statement. They kept silent. They waited until their own version of judgment was passed. Until the state of execution, which they themselves were the ones that were planning it, happened. After it was pronounced, they came together and now they are issued statement. They say they want to go for that same political solution, which the government have rejected. The same political solution they said they are not interested in. That is what you are coming back today. That is what you are coming back into, to tell me that that's where you're going. May Chukwu Okike have mercy on all of you. It has become clear. They have now shown us whom they are. And I thank Chukwu Okike that today, through our spokesperson, Master Marepa, these governors, every single one of them will be treated the same way we treat the caliphate. That is where we treat them. Today, every single one of them, every single governor in Biafra land, today, we are going to treat them the same way we treat the enemies. They are the arch enemy of Biafrans. The same way we see the Fulani Caliphate, the same way we see the British, that is where we'll be seeing every single governor in Biafra land. Every single one of them who call him or herself a governor in Biafra land, the same way is how we're going to see all of them. And they will pay dearly. They will pay dearly for what they have done. They will pay dearly. They can think that maybe they have security around them. They have their private jet to fly around. They have all the security around them. But let me tell you, that security will not save them. The same security that they are boasting of to protect them, that security is going to take them out. When the time comes, that same security they are boasting of will take them out. Today, they have been declared the enemy of the people. As they have come openly to let us know that they are the people who have said that Mazen Nandekano must not regain freedom. They are not hiding it anymore. They have finally come openly to show us their colors and what they have been planning all this while. So therefore, they have been declared full enemy of Biafra, and there's no going back. They are going to face the full wrath of the Biafran people. The same hand we are going to treat the Janjaweed is the same hand we're going to treat them. And Water is going to visit every single one of them. Going forward, Water is going to visit every single one of them. This was how they tried to stop the civil disobedience of Monday sit at home, to air our opinion and demand for the unconditional release of Mazen Nandekano. They tried to stop the sit at home. We resisted. Biafran people resisted, and they are still sitting at home up to today. As you're watching this very video, they are still sitting at home. They have no choice anymore. Now they went and kidnapped Mazen, and now today what they are doing is to make sure they hold him because of their selfish interests. Election can never ever hold in Nigeria, in Biafra land. It doesn't matter what anybody says or what you do. It doesn't matter the strategy you bring. Election will never ever hold in Biafra land. and every one of them who is part of this evil. Every politician, not only the governors, every politician that is part of this evil, we are going to treat them like the Janjaweed. As we are counting, 125 days to go. No man born of a woman can change that time. This is a time set aside by Chukwu Okike himself. A time given by Chukwu Okike himself, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keyed into that time. Anointed man Samuel Ekpa pronounced that time. Pronounce it with confidence and authority. And if you have been taking it as a joke, you better wake up. If you are a genuine Biafran and you have been taking it as a joke, you better wake up. For those who are paying attention on the media, if you are paying attention on social media, you have seen several videos. The videos you are seeing is little, is nothing compared to what is hidden in the secret. We can't say anything. We can't. I have told you several times that propaganda, this is not the time for propaganda. The IPOB, autopiloted by Chukwu Okike under the spokesmanship of Mazi Samuel Ekpa, is not pushing any propaganda. Under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are standing on where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave that order that video propaganda should be stopped. We stopped it long ago. But let me tell you, if you don't key in into the 125 days, you are on your own. You are on your own. As for those of us who are in the media, we are going to intensify the noise. Every lie today, you see them, you see the kind of lie they're bringing. There is a video I'm going to play. I'm going to play a video of one Kadira or whatever, that lady that journalist that interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is one of her video that is going viral, where she was telling lies. She made that video, but some people couldn't be in that video. There were so many lies in that very video that she was pushing lies, raw lies. I am going to play the video for you to remember where we are coming from and where we are. I will play her recent video, that video that's going viral that people are sharing, the lie she told them. Then I'm going to play the original video where she interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to say, so that you can see and hear by yourself. This woman came on that platform, on that video. If you listen to that woman, she is telling us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not claiming only the Southeast. He is claiming other states. He's claiming Kogi State. He's claiming River State. He's claiming which state? Let me tell you, for everybody that's watching, in case you don't know where Biafra is and you are a foreigner watching, anybody watching, Biafra is a nation that has been existing for the past. It has existed in the past and still exists, continue to exist. Biafra has a map. He has a map. He has a map. Biafra has a map right from the beginning. There are people who are called Biafra. It is a country that has existed. They have their currency. They have the national anthem. They have everything. It's a country that has existed for 3 good years until they were being run over. And then they are now under occupation. So when you are trying to define Biafra as the 5 states of the Southeast, that is not Biafra. And in that interview, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told this woman to her face that we want to return to where we were before. We want to return to where we were. That's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told her in black and white. And when she's talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu claiming communication with them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that he's talking about the Igbo people, indigenous Igbo with their land that was carved into Benue State. Indigenous Igbos with their land that was carved into Kogi State. These are the people we are talking about. These are the people he's including. He is not claiming Kogi land. He is not claiming Benue State. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never at any time claimed Benue State or claimed Kogi State. But this woman continued to push that evil narrative. In that very video that's going viral, she was trying to make it seem that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is claiming Benue State, claiming Kogi State. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never at any time claimed Kogi State or Benue State. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that there are people after the Civil War, when they were creating all this, their useless state, they carved people away from the southeastern region and they carved them to the north. This is the evil that must be corrected. We are talking about the map of Biafra has been there. If you don't know where Biafra is, all these idiots, all these clowns who are walking around peddling all these lies, all these people who are sitting and listening to all these clowns, go back and check the map of Biafra. Biafra has a map. I use the map of Biafra in most of my thumbnail. In my thumbnail there, I use map of Biafra. The map of Biafra has been there. Go to Google the map of Biafra. You will see the original map of Biafra. Biafra is not the 5 eastern states. Biafra is not the 5 eastern states. I don't know. This is why these people remove history. They remove history and they think that we, the Biafran people, we forget about our history. You can never wipe away our history, no matter what you do. You remove the bite of Biafra from your map. Even after removing the bite of Biafra, that will not make us to stop talking about Biafra. You are trying to narrow Biafra down to 5 eastern states. Biafra is a country that have existed for 3 good years, have their national anthem, have their currency, have their money, have their president, have their governors. We have a map. And that is the Biafra we are talking about. For you to begin to push a narrative, and when we talk about Biafra, you are narrowing it to 5 eastern. Biafra is not the 5 eastern states. The vice president, the vice to Ojukwu, was from the coastal region. He is not from the 5 states. He is not from there. He is not from the 5 states. There are so many other people who were in Biafra. The Biafran war was fought against the old southeastern region. The present south and the southeast. That is the Biafra land we are talking about. That is where any place you are in Biafra land, even if they carve you to the north, but your grandmother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, you are a Biafran. That is how Mazen Nankel describes it in extension. Because they have decided to tear us into pieces. They carved people away. They carved people from Biafra. They carved people from the mainland. They carved people out and carved them to the north. How can you imagine an Igbo man to be a northerner? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Making an Igbo Biafran a northerner. Is that not madness? Is that not madness? These are what we are trying to correct. But this woman that called her name Kadira continued to push these lies. And she went further in that very video. She was saying that she interviewed people, and the people she interviewed didn't want to do anything to do with Biafra. The lie from the pit of hell. In that very video, he interviewed Mazen Nanekano. The person she interviewed was, she talked about Ken Henshaw, whatever they call her. That actress. Who knows Ken Henshaw? Even in Nollywood, who knows Ken Henshaw? Who knows Ken Henshaw? Well, what is it, Ken Henshaw, her name or whatever? Who knows her, even in Nollywood? That was the person she interviewed. And Mazen Nanekano told her to her face that even in that lady's village, in her own village, if Mazen Nanekano step into the village, people will turn out to see Mazen Nanekano more than her. People will turn out for Mazen Nanekano more than her. But that woman continued to put that. I'm going to play that video. You know, some of us are sharing that video. You share the video because you saw her talking about, she was talking about allow them to go if they want to go. Allow them to go. But in that allowing them to go, there are so many lies she told there that is hidden. Those lies that she told is what I am trying to bring out, and we have to debunk all those lies. These people are evil. They continue to push the narrative, and when people outside the country, when the international community are seeing it, they will be seen as the troublemakers. The international community will be seen as troublemakers to want to take people's land. Biafran people, we don't fight to occupy anybody. We have never, ever, ever fought anybody to occupy their land. Never. We are only protecting our own land. That is the land we want to protect. Our own land is what we are protecting. Biafran have never captured anybody in war and take over their land. We have never. In history, it has never happened. We are not of that history of capturing people and taking their land. It has never happened, and we don't have such agenda. But you see them begin to push these lies that we want to take people from Kogi, we want to take people from Benue. These are Biafran people carved into that place because of they carved them into there. These were originally people who are from the former Anambra state. When Anambra state was Anambra state, the former Anambra state, these people were carved in, teared into pieces. And you tell me, how do you want me to believe that a Biafran, an Igbo Biafran, is a northerner? Unbelievable. An Igbo Biafran, a northerner, you are mad. Only a madman will begin to buy into that nonsense. And this is what we are trying to correct. This is the job Ohanes is supposed to do. They are not doing it. Mazen Nanekano came on board. Mazen Nanekano brought the message. He told that history that want us to learn. Mazen Nanekano went to our heart, one after the other. We went to our heart, one after the other, and teach us that history. And today, they think they can take away that history. There is no way you can take it away. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter which strategy you take. It doesn't matter the angle you come from. You can never take away that history from us. I'm going to play that video. Let me search for the video and play that video of that woman, Kadira. You will see what that woman was saying, the lies that woman was preaching. But people don't pay attention to that lie. So many people are sharing that video simply because she was talking about self-determination, that people have the right to self-determination. But in that right of self-determination, there is a lot of lies she's telling against our Supreme Master Nanikan, and we cannot allow such lie to fly. We will debunk it. Let us watch that very thing she has to say.
If people want Biafra, give it to them. It is the right thing to say. I said it here. The right to self-determination is sacrosanct. Nobody should be forced to be in a union that they don't want to be part of. The pictures online where there was like a whole picture of people with the Biafra flag, that when I took those pictures, I posted them on Twitter. I was live on Twitter talking to him. The interview I did with him is still online. People, is one of my most watched interviews. And I sat down with him and I asked him, okay, what is Biafra? And his Biafra was not limited to the 5 eastern states. He wanted Biafra in parts of Benue. He wanted Biafra in parts of Kogi. He wanted Biafra in Port Harcourt, in River State, in parts of Delta, etc., etc. It's on the record. My conversation with him is on the record. Literally every person I spoke to for that special program that I did with Namdi that was from those places didn't want anything to do with Biafra. The point I'm making is that we sometimes allow the bigger groups to dominate conversations which can benefit from actually having multiplicity of voices joining them, right? That's the point I'm making. Now, I do believe, and I don't know why Dr. Baba Ahmed spent so much time trying to explain his statements that if people want Biafra, give it to them. It is the right thing to say. I said it here. The right to self-determination is sacrosanct. Nobody should be forced to be in a union that they don't want to be part of. Our problem now should be electing people who will make the necessary changes to our constitution that will allow these things to happen in a sensible way. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. That's the biggest issue. So that it doesn't happen in chaos and people don't die. Let's test this thing. If IPOB believes that the majority of people from the southeast want Biafra, let's find a proper mechanism for testing it. Let's do a referendum. People in Nigeria will campaign for unity. IPOB will campaign for Biafra and then allow people to vote. And whoever wins the vote should go. We saw it recently in the UK. Brexit happened. The world did not collapse because the British left the European Union. The point I'm making is that sometimes by standing and holding on to things, we break them. You have to learn to hold things. The things you love, you must hold them lightly. You hold them too tightly, you break them. And that's what's happening with Nigeria.
Thank you.
You have listened to the half-baked truth that this woman is saying. This is how they push lie. She's in the media. She's in their conventional media. And they are trained. These people are trained on how to push lie and make people to begin to believe falsehood. You see how she is trying carefully to narrow down the Biafra into 5 states. Into their present useless eastern state they're talking about. When we talk about Biafra, we are talking about the old southeastern region. The original southeastern region. The old Mazen Nanakan told this idiot in her face that we want to return to where we are, how we are before. Mazen Nanakan told her. And she is still here talking about southeast. Even if this woman, no matter how old she is, does it mean that this woman doesn't know the story of Biafra? Are you telling me that this woman didn't know that Biafra is a country that have existed before? Are you telling me that this woman have not read about Biafra? that Biafra is a country. That what made up Biafra is the whole southeastern region. The old southeastern region, not their present south-south, because there is nothing in the south-south anywhere. South-south doesn't exist anywhere in the planet Earth. It is only because they want to divide the southeast they brought south-south. Why don't you have west-west? Why don't you have east-east? Why don't you have north-north? Why is it only south-south? This is the lie they have pushed, and they try to narrow the Biafran struggle to 5 states. Mazin Nanekana have made it clear. We are not fighting for 5 states. And by the way, the Biafran people, the Igbo Biafrans, they are situated in 12 states. 12 states of that Zonal Republic. Even if you want to talk about states, you want to give them by state. Biafran people are indigenous. Biafran people, the original Biafran people, the Igbo Biafrans, they are indigenous in 12 states. So, what happened to the rest of them who are in the other states? What do you do to them? If you are trying to narrow down Biafra into the 5 states, to cage us, as you have mentioned, and you say we are dot, and you are forcing us to be into that dot, you are mad. You are a mad woman. By pushing that narrative you're pushing, you are a mad, very mad and mentally sick. And these are the people who come online to claim to be educated. And look at where she is speaking. People are clapping. Bunch of clowns are there clapping. Are you now telling me it's really pathetic? Really pathetic that nobody can stand up and tell this woman that Biafra is a country that has existed before. And ask her, the story of Biafra that you had, when you heard about Biafra war, which place was that? What Biafra did Ojukwu fight for? Which Biafra did the Effiong fight for? General Effiong. Which Biafra did he fight for? Which Biafra did Ojukwu fight for? Was he fighting for 5 states? Were they fighting for 5 states? These are the clowns. These are the truth that these idiots are trying to suppress. Let me try and see if I can bring in my brother again. I don't know why they are trying to stop me from bringing him in. Let me see. I don't know why they are stopping me from bringing him in. I don't know. I really want to bring my brother Maxwell in. My brother Maxwell, please try to apply again. Request again. Let me try and see. I don't know why they are hindering me from bringing you in. You see, this woman brought this lie, and these are the lies we must watch these lies. And these are the reason why we have to be online, on social media, on daily basis, making noise. Because this narrative is the narrative, this is what they want the West to believe. This is what they want the West to believe. They want the West to begin to see us as the troublemakers. They want to see the West and to see us as people who are trying to dominate others or occupy other people's land. Mazen Nandekano have made it very clear. When we talk about Kogi, we talk about Benue State. These are Biafrans that we are carved into that area. Biafran people carved into that very region. These are Biafrans carved into that very region. With their own land, it's not that they moved. Their land was carved into that very region. And they went there and made them minority. How can you imagine an Igbo Biafran answering another one? An Igbo Biafran, another one, unimaginable. Only in Nigeria. And they continue to push that lie. Now, after listening to this criminal, this woman and her lies, I want to play that very interview that she granted to Mazen Nanekano. You will hear directly the answer that our Supreme Leader Mazen Nanekano gives to her. Let me look for the interview. I'm going to play the interview that she's talking about, that she granted to Mazen. Then open your ears and hear the response Mazen Nanekano gives to her. I want you to open your ears and hear the response that Mazen Nanekano gave to her. Let me try and see Bro Maxwell. I don't know why. Why is it hindering me from bringing you in? Stream. Let me see. I don't know.
Can you hear me now, Mazi Chooks?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay, I hope it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear. I don't know what is really happening. The broadcast is really giving me a hell. They are attacking the broker. They just kicked me out while I was bringing you in. They just kicked me out.
Yes.
I was kicked out, so I didn't know what to do. I just have to keep on going on. So you heard what I was saying. You saw the video I played about this this woman, the woman Kadira, whatever they call her.
Kadira Ahmed.
That video have been going viral, and that woman told a lot of lies in that video. But some of us are just paying attention to what she was saying. Give them, if they want a referendum, give them a referendum. You know, but there are so many lies buried in that referendum she's talking about. They always try to narrow down the Biafra struggle to the 5 eastern states, which is a pure lie. And she tried to make Mazen Nanikan look like somebody who wants to take over people's land, that will want to take Benue State, want to take a Kogi State, which is a blatant lie. Mazen Nanikan, in an interview, told her that there are indigenous Biafrans, indigenous, not people who went for trade, not business people, indigenous with their land that was carved into the north. And Mazen Nanikan told her that the Biafra have existed. That same map that Ojuku, that same Biafra Ojuku fought for, that same Biafra that the Effiong fought for, that is what he's fighting for, the old Southeastern region. But they continue to push this lie to the world, and people are believing it. Please, my brother, say something before I play the main interview that they granted to Mazen Nanikan and what Mazen Nanikan told her.
I will salute my great brothers and sisters of Biafra land. May God bless you all. It's another good day that God has made to bring us out to keep on pushing and correcting the false narrative that they have sold for many, many decades. It is going to be difficult humanly to correct most of this false narrative that they have sold into the head of many people. But God on our side, we are going to do wonders. In fact, I have most of the platforms I've been going to. When I listen to them, what makes me to go into most of the platforms is when I look at the narrative they post, like this one here, I become angry. Because they say that you cannot shave a man's head in his absence. And if we continue to allow them to spread that false narrative to the public, it will become truth to those that are hearing it. Absolutely. That is why anywhere I have the opportunity, I will go in there and begin to tell them with the little ones that I have that what they are saying is false. Just like what this woman is saying. Kadira Ahmed is a known antagonist against Biafra and whatever Biafra stands for. She is not telling the world what the same script his ancestors has always, and the position of his ancestors. If you look at when she said that that she doesn't like when people say that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. In a different way, you see the posture of Ahmed, is it Ahmed Shehu or wherever?
Yeah, the Northern Forum leader.
Yes, you see the posture of that man, an evil man as well, that doesn't even want to see. Whatever you see them do, whenever you see them that they are commending Biafrans or be dirty or whatever they are doing, is takia. Exactly. They want you to look to the other side while they continue to dig under your feet until they fall you down. If you're not careful, they will fall you down. That is what they do. That woman is telling the world now that old Eastern region. I grow up to hear about old Eastern region. Old Eastern region is not only the 5 core states of South that is presently in Southeast right now. These are the false narrative that we have. In fact, somebody was telling me that Moralu was there when this woman was spewing that garbage. Moralu, somebody told me that Moralu was there when he was spewing that garbage. If our own was there, why didn't he correct it? Because He wants to maintain the status quo. He wants to benefit from the same corrupt system. That is why they cannot talk. That is why they cannot talk. There are some of these politicians that Simon Ekpa has, let me say, has sanctioned. I told you before, I said it in Sister Linda TV. I said the problem we are orphans, Mazi Chuks. We are orphans. We have no father. We have mothers, but we don't have fathers. If your own didn't bring you out, an outsider will not come after you, will not have influence over you or authority over you. That is why till tomorrow, till the day God will take me out of this earth, this planet, earth, I will never regard Willie Obiano as somebody. I will not regard it because he was the one that suggested that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his organization IPOB be proscribed. And immediately, the terrorist government heard it now. They pick it up. Since one of their own has come out, let's push it. And they push it and they got it. Today, here we are. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. They didn't come out. Due process was not followed. None of them came out. Am I going to blame the caliphate? The caliphate will not. I stayed with these people for over 18 years. I know their system. If you want to catch a criminal, become a criminal, train yourself as a criminal, you will catch that criminal. That's right. I was with them. Sometimes I do follow them to mosque. I know the kind of discussion they discuss. And when our people go there in Asara, when I was opportune to be within the corridors of power then, when they go there and do whatever they thought, when they go, they begin to laugh at them. Can against Suko, could against Suko, Mutani Wawane, Sinche, Kama, Mumbanza Mutumne, Bamu Ia Munikumibai. They would tell you, they would destroy you there once you leave. Look at them. Useless people. They think that we don't have sense. There you have gone and sold your own person. You've destroyed your own brother in their presence. They will never trust you. What these people are doing, Mazi Chuks, and my great sisters and brothers in Biafra land, whatever these people are doing, they will never be trusted. If you know that they cannot trust you, look at what they did to Kurausa. Look at what they did to Mahi. Yet they cannot understand. They will still do the same thing to hopeless or danger. These are the people that are supposed to come out and say, no, what you are doing to this young man is not good. What you are doing is not good. You cannot beat a child in the presence of the father at the same time and tell him not to cry. The father must come out to defend the child. But here, they sold us. These people have every right. That is exactly the reason why they did not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they kept quiet. Their hands are tied because they are in cahoot of what is going on. So I don't blame this woman. But the only job that we have today, all our online bloggers, is to begin to rewrite wherever you can, whatever you can, any platform you can, wherever they speak falsehood about Biafra and the region that make us Biafra, please go in there and defend your people. Otherwise, if you allow them to continue, they will begin to believe the falsehood, the same thing that they have done to our cousins in the Riverine area. May God bless you, my brother. I will be here listening to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for your contribution. You see, those lies are the lies we have to face. And now, before we proceed, let me play the video of that very interview she's talking about. Let us watch that interview. You have to watch that interview and hear the response that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu goes to this woman, and she's changing the whole thing to say a different thing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us watch.
What does Biafra mean?
It means freedom, liberty, fairness, equity, and justice.
In practical terms, these are very good sounding words, but in practical terms,
just hope they can allow me to play the video.
Confederation.
They are not allowing you to play it. He's hitting them hard, that is why. They kick you off again. Away. Mazi. They kick you off again.
Serious problem.
What does Biafra mean?
Let me see.
It means freedom.
Let's try to play the video. I want to play that video, the interview.
Equity and justice.
In practical terms, these are very good sounding words.
It is plain. It is plain.
In practical terms, what does Biafra mean?
Confederation.
So, a weak center,
Very weak.
very strong regions.
Absolutely.
Have you had a change of mind, therefore, about getting an independent Biafra? Because that's what I seem to be hearing.
No, I've not changed my mind, no. And independent Biafra means going back to where we were before the white man came.
Okay, so you're not talking about a federation when you say a confederation. You're not talking about a federation as part of Nigeria. You're talking about total independence.
Absolute independence.
Complete independence. Now, is there anything that can happen that will make you change your mind about this particular direction?
No.
So it is either Biafra or nothing else.
Or death, yes.
Or death.
That's correct.
If push comes to shove,
Yes.
will you go to war?
No, because truth is a far more potent and deadlier weapon than bullets and mortars.
So
Truth.
no war. You've ruled out the...
Absolutely, I don't believe in war. No, no war. When I say Biafra or death, I'll keep pushing. Either I am alive, I die in the process, I won't stop. Allow me to repeat, if you don't mind. Had sovereign national conference been convened by the powers that be, where every ethnic nation, I said every, I don't care if there are 600, I don't care. Everyone is
all the 500 plus.
Everyone together to say, this is all, others can delegate, I don't know, powers to other people to attend on their behalf. Sit down to say, what type of country do we want? Sit down, discuss, agree. I can begin to perhaps submit to your position.
Is it too late?
It is way too late. They've killed too many people. They've ruined too many lives. They've wasted too many souls. How do we bring those people back?
If the federal government, given the agitation that is going on, becomes convinced that, you know what, these people have a point, it is time to actually address all these issues, and they begin to systematically address some of these issues, would you change your mind?
No, because of the deceptions of the past.
No trust?
No trust. Aburi was there, it was negotiated. Nothing happened. 1968, if I recall. And the confab report, what became of it? How about the 3 R's? Reconciliation, reconstruction, and heaven knows what else. What became of them? Nothing. Calabar Seaport is not working. Can you tell me why it's not working? It's a seaport used by the colonial masters. Why is it not working today? How about Iguacha Seaport? Why is it not being used? Why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had the Sun, which is Portsmouth, Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must you have only one?
I've heard people say these are very valid arguments, and that these are things that are to do with bad governance. So the average Biafran, to use your phrase, or Igbo man in the Igbo, is facing poverty much in the same way that the average guy in Yobe State is facing poverty. And so these are issues of governance. You don't agree with that?
I agree completely.
Okay. So if that is it, why isn't the agitation about tackling the problem, which is ensuring good governance, perhaps starting from locally? Because part of the allegations against you is that you don't confront your political leaders in the East, and you'd like to blame Abuja for everything.
Because the way I would want to solve a problem is not how a Fulani man would want to solve it.
You really believe this is an ethnic thing, and the approach is different?
No, the approach is different. No, it's not ethnic. It is more to do with value system.
Right.
The way you may want to solve a problem could be markedly different from how I do mine.
What is the geographical makeup of Biafra, as far as you are concerned, this Biafra that you want? So, for example, if we're doing a referendum, where will that referendum take place? Is it only the 5?
It's on, no.
It's okay.
It's on, which is River State, Delta. Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River.
Akwa Ibom?
And Akwa Ibom, of course.
Right.
Those are the coasters. Basically.
Bayelsa?
Yes. Southeast and South without Edo State.
Without Edo State.
That's correct. And then including Igede, Idoma.
Right, the Benues. So
That's
the
correct.
Igalas and part of the Kogi,
Yes.
Kogi State, right?
Yeah.
Nyesom Wike, the governor of Anambra, sorry, the governor of River State, made a statement, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and said, you know, you should not be including River State
It's for
and
the people of
the
River State
poor
to decide,
people.
not him. I can't decide for Biafrans. They have to go and vote and convince the whole world that they want Biafra. It's not for instance, it's only one man, one vote.
What if they're not even willing to take part in the referendum? Because I've had people from the South, for example, from Bayelsa. I've had people from Cross River. I think there's a famous actress, Kate Henshaw, for example, wrote a long piece about why people of the South don't want to be dragged into a place called Biafra. You're saying, regardless of what they say, you want a referendum in those parts?
Because I know the majority of the people want a referendum. I was in Iguacha yesterday.
How do you know?
I was there yesterday. I was in Iguacha yesterday. You call Port Harcourt. I was there yesterday. I should have been there to see what happened.
Now,
they were delighted to see me. I'm sure you know that. It's all over the place. They're very happy to see me. I bet Kate Henshaw wouldn't get such reception were she to go to
she's
Iguacha.
a big, popular Nollywood actress. I wouldn't necessarily...
I'm telling you, if I go to her village, people will turn out to see me more than turn out to see her.
Thank you, my brother. I hope we have watched that very video. Now,
I watched it before.
Now you see the response of Martin.
I watched it before. In fact, I was gladdened with what this great son of Biafra Land, the leader of IPOB, said there. I watched it and I repeated. I watch it and watch it over and over again. It's something that very cool, very calculating, very articulated. He just said it the way, in fact, with ease. He said it with ease. That is why anytime I listen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I say it is none can be like that man. He is an orator. He's not just an orator. He is what do I call it? An erudite personnel, as I call him, and he is very, very cool and calm anytime he's saying all the things that he's saying. And the man is a prophet, my brother. Carry on. He's a prophet.
Thank you, my brother. You see, when that woman is peddling lies in this her recent video that I first played, that her video that I placed, you can see that what she was telling there was just half truth. She was peddling lies. Even when she's trying to paint Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as somebody who wants to take over, but Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mentioned Igede. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mentioned Igede. She was what I reminded Mazen Nnamdi Kanu of Benue State. Say yes, Mazen Nnamdi said Igede in Benue State. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is talking about the places where Biafran people are being carved into. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was not talking about occupying the whole of Benue State. He went further to say that Edo State is not included. He also made it clear, very, very, very clear, that we are not going back. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you said. That is not going back. But this woman continued to push lies. She was trying to. She said she interviewed people. She interviewed many people, and they don't want to belong to Biafra. And you see the people that she interviewed. She mentioned it when she was interviewing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The person that she interviewed, she's talking about, is based on Kate Henshaw, a Nollywood actress. Kate Henshaw, who is not even popular in Nollywood. Kate Henshaw is not as popular as Jim Ike in Nollywood. Nobody knows her in Nollywood. These are the people that this woman went and interviewed, and she said that so many people don't even want to be to the Biafra. And you see, when she was talking it in that very crowd, people were shouting and clapping for her, as if she knows what she was saying. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told her to her face, I have been to Iguacha. People came out to see me, and the video is still everywhere. The video of our Spirit of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu visit to Iguacha is still out there. Millions of people came out. Mazin Nandekano told her to her face that even if he goes to Ketenshaw village, Ketenshaw in her own village, if he goes there, that people will turn out to see him more than. And these are the people they go and interview. They will go to Abuja and interview somebody. They will tell you that that person, that the people in the river area don't want to participate in Biafra. They will go to Lagos and look for one idiot there and interview him. They will tell you that people who there, they say they are not going to be Biafra. How will some?
Oh, they kicked this my brother out again. Hey, what is really going on? Let's see whether
I don't know why they are kicking me out. I don't know what. I don't know why they don't want me to speak. They are kicking me out.
They are, you see, Brother Chooks, they are all over. They are all over. Their representatives are all over. When that truth begin to hit them like ballistic missiles, they cannot just hold it, but to begin to play funny. So that is how it is. We must continue.
They don't want me to speak. I don't know what I've done to them. Well, but we must continue. We can't stop. So, as I was telling my brother, you see, all these lies are things we must have to debunk. We must have to debunk all these lies. We must have to debunk it. You know, we must have to debunk it. Telling lies against us, trying to make the world believe falsehood. The whole world cannot believe your falsehood because Biafra is a nation that have existed before. Biafra have existed for good 3 years. They have their currency. They have the national anthem. They have their map. They have their president. They have their vice president. They have their own central bank. They have everything. Biafra is a nation that have existed, still existed. Until when they came into occupation, Nigeria now is occupying Biafra land. We are under occupation. Biafra is still existing. Yeah. But they will continue to put that false narrative as if Biafra never existed. They are talking about 5 states. Which 5 states? The 5 states of the 5 states they mean is not. We are not talking about Igbo nation. They are talking about Igbo nation. Even if you talk about Igbo nation is not only in 5 states. Igbo nation, they are in 12 states in that country. If you talk about Igbo nation, we are in 12 states, 12, not 5. But they continue to put these lies. This is where we have to continue to follow them, pursue them, chase them until they will not have a resting place. I'm going to play another video that we have to talk about. Because the things that are happening are things that we have to speak. When you see this one that called himself Peter Obi or whatever, parading himself everywhere. Peter Obi parading himself, especially all these politicians. Everybody that is a politician, I have said it many times. If you are a politician, starting from local government to the highest one, they are all criminals. They are all pursuing their own personal agenda. Look at this one that is calling himself wicked. Wicked that is crying from pillar to post today. Nemesis is following, pursuing him. Nemesis.
Nigeria happened to him. One Nigeria has happened to him.
The evil that he did. Today you see him crying from one pillar to post. This man was there. When they were talking about their primaries, he knew very well that it was the turn of the Igbo Biafrans to produce a president. He was there. He knew. He denied it because of his own selfish interest. He supported a Fulani man to contest. He supported to make it open for everyone to contest, feeling that his money will save him. Feeling that the money he has stolen from River State will save him. That was why he supported keeping it open for everyone to contest. Now they have done the contest. And the Fulani show him their color. His girlfriend in the north, Tambua denied him at the last minute. His girlfriend, Tambua, denied him. Today you see him shouting from pillar to pole. And I want to share one video that caught my attention. Now, the video I saw online that caught my attention, where one of the prophets in Biafra Land was telling him to his face whom he is and what will happen to him. Let us see that video before we proceed.
I want to address Governor of Rivers State. Iye some Wike or Wike or Ike, whatever your name may be. What you are doing now is what you should have done first. It's Nemesis that is fighting Wike. You are part of the rotting system that destroyed the system. Why are you shouting now? Your days of disgrace are numbered, Wike. I'm telling you. Because God is not even involved in these troubles we are making. And that is the reason why you'll be more betrayed than ever. Because you, Wike himself, you are eating from your bad attitude. You have destroyed a lot of people's life, Wike. You've made a lot of people to cry. So then let Wike will cry. Mark my word.
Bam.
You have seen that. What do you have to say?
My brother, see, before that the adage they said the evil that men do lives after them. But today, he lives with them in front of them. That is what is happening. Exactly. You know, even before this man spoke, I criticized him based on what he has done. I told him, I said, look, your constitution says that approves for rotational presidency in your party. It's coming back now. South, where you come from, has gone. It is left with Southeast. When you get to Southeast, I saw Wundi Botuno Okeru Ainaka Ekeya Ubona. Okeru Zendi Bonaka Ekezia Ubona. When it got to the Southeastern now, they changed the narrative. And my question is, what has made these people to so much look down on Igbo politicians themselves, quote unquote, not IPOB, not IPOB, because nobody can take us for granted.
Exactly.
Nobody can take us for granted. Why is it that when you read to these people over there we look up to, we're supposed to look up to, they cut them left, right, and center, and they will not have nothing to hold onto. Wike destroyed them. They said, oh, there is no more again. Then why is it 10 by 10? Let's throw it open, let everybody. Atiku said it. If they did not throw it open, I will not contest. That was what he said. But when they throw it open, then everybody, now, because they have stolen so much, I think the bribe they were giving to delegates that time, some of them say about $10,000, $20,000. Just imagine.
Up to $40,000. They raise it to $40,000.
Just imagine. Look at the convoy. Look at the motorcade we took there too. I think those ones are 2020 or 2021 models, Benz buses. You can tell me how much those one cost. Brand new, they used to go there. These are people's money. Now, after that, now they have done to you what you have done to your own cousins. You are crying. Look, Wike, go and look at, somebody was comparing Wike 2019 and 2022. Go and see Wike now. Wike is just a shadow of himself.
Exactly.
From 2019 to 2022, that is about 3 years. Wike has become a man who is as if he is 70 years old. Their wickedness will find them out wherever they are. What you done to the children of light, the children of God, will come back to haunt you. We must open up to them and tell them the truth so that they will understand. We are leaving them and nothing will stop us from living. We cannot continue with people that are double-faced individuals, people that can collect, people that is capable of jeopardizing the legal process, the normal process, and thwart it any way they want it. People that does not have the morals again to say this is what is right and this is what is wrong, in as much as they are fighting for their own pocket. They've kicked my brother out again. I hope he returns. I hope he returns. I hope he returns. I hope he returns. I hope my brother returns. I hope my brother. No, Phoebe.
They must hear him.
No, Phoebe.
They must hear it. They must hear it. Whether they like it or not, they must hear it.
By fire, by power.
They must hear it.
Well, so my brother, that is what is going on. You see, they will pay the price, and we, the present IPOB, the indigenous people, the son of me, I'm very, very grateful that I'm mingling myself. I have the opportunity to come in here to say what I am saying and do what I am doing. I say, may God bless all Biafrans for your audience and attention. It shall be well. It shall be well with us. Carry on.
Thank you, my brother. You see, this is why we tell them, no matter what you do, you begin to deny your people. One Nigeria will happen to you. Every single one of them, they must face the penalty of whatever they've done. When Wike was busy killing his own brother in Obibo, he thought he's going to end up well. When he killed people in Obibo, once Nandi kind of cried and cursed him that it will never be well with him. And he think it was a joke. Anybody that Martin Nandi kind of cursed, you must go and look for. You must go and look for where you will hang yourself. He caused it very wicked, and he thought he can escape it. Today, look at his condition. The same fate is what is going to happen to this one that is calling this London boy. The London boy that is parading himself everywhere today. The London boy jumping from pillar to pole, that cannot even be able. He can't even be able to say that he's an Igbo person, let alone say that he's a Biafran. But even as he is pretending, look at Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is contending for presidency. He is busy singing the national anthem of Oduduwa people with the Oduduwa, with their federal people. He was singing the national anthem. Just imagine in your dream. Just imagine in your dream, you see Peter Obi singing the national anthem of Biafra.
Never.
What will happen?
He can never do it.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will play the video where Bola Ahmed Tinubu was singing national anthem passionately. Passionately. National anthem of Oduduwa. Passionately. You see, Bola Ahmed Tinubu singing Oduduwa national anthem passionately. This is just the same thing you just said here, my brother Maswell. When you say that we have no representation, nobody is representing us. We have no father anywhere that is standing for us
at all. Look, bro,
look at his brother. His own brother has been given freedom, acquitted from his own case. discharge. Peter Obi never offered a statement about it. He
See,
said that
Brother Chooks, Peter Obi went to Gumi. Peter Obi went to Gumi, Sheikh Gumi.
Exactly.
Who is the spiritual father to the boxers bomber?
Mm.
A man that have seen, look, check his statement. I think whether that thing is credited to him or not, because I've not confirmed it yet, but I will say an alleged. I will put it an alleged. Yeah. It is alleged that he said that this money that they are changing, if they change it, that the bandits will be collecting in dollars.
I saw it too.
This is the person this man went to go and see. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I said it in Linda TV show the other day. You were there. I said, what is the position of Peter Obi, the Presidential Assurance of Labour Party, in respect to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's trial? Even when he was discharged, they found no guilty. Go home. He's supposed to go home. We didn't find you guilty. And they retained him. What was his utterance? What did he say? He didn't say anything. Now, they kept Mazen Nnamdi Kanu there against their fraudulent constitution. Against their own fraudulent constitution. They kept this man there because they had the power. You could not talk. You see, these people, what I would tell you here, Mazi Chooks, and all my brothers and sisters, is that once they have described you to your enemy, to get you will never be a hard thing for them to do. That is what our people have done to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Look at what Atiku did. When Deborah was killed, what did Atiku do? He put up a tweet in his Twitter account. Immediately his people, not even the turn of the religious group, issued a statement. This man quickly went in there and removed it. And begin to apologize. Oh, I was not the one that put it. It was a different people. It was put there, without my authority.
Mm.
Look at what his response when Autumn started accusing them. Look at how he came out and Autumn said that this man came.
He's already fighting for the Fulani.
He fought for them. Even the president, the one that is sitting down there today, was he not sympathetic to Boko Haram before he became a president? Was he not? Our people are so weak. Our people, look, let me tell you, with a sense of humility, they said the Oduduwas are coward. No, Oduduwas are not coward. It is the Igbo elites that are now coward. They are lily-livered human beings. They cannot speak with authority. The only thing, look at the ones that went to Abuja. I don't like to criticize them or speak, bad of elderly people. Look at the ones that went to Abuja. You are telling someone that is holding your own son against the constitution, of all rulings, all constitutions, holding him against his will. You are going there to say you are kneeling down. The president should release his Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that they are kneeling down, begging. Are you stupid? When have you lost your manners and that bravery that they know you of? Do you know the reason why the caliphate is afraid of, let's say, overriding the entire South? It's because of the stubbornness and the bravery and the self-will of an average Igbo man. Carry on, my brother. Can you hear me?
From Maxwell, I cannot hear you.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I cannot hear you, but you can hear me. Okay.
Yes.
So, my brother, I thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate you. Before we go, I want to play one last video. We are going to close with this video. This video is made by one of those people who claim to know everything. You know, in Nigeria, all these people, Mayegu described them as intellectuals. All those people Mayegu call intellectuals. They claim to know everything, but at the end of the day, you find out they know nothing in their head. I want to play one of his videos. I talked about him last time, and I played the video last time. What they call this Dele Farotimi, who said that if any man is thinking or hoping that 2020 election is going to change the situation of Nigeria, that person is wasting time. That person is a fool. Today, that same Dele Farotimi is playing that fool today. He's playing that fool. I want to play one of his videos. That's one of his videos that I came across that I want to play. Let us listen to that video, what he has to say. Then
I know it.
Okay. Let's listen to that video, then we can be able to see what he has to say.
The only persons that Nigeria currently advantages are the members of the ruling class. The people in Kankara, they are Fulanis. Zamfara is Fulani and Hausa almost equally divided. The northeast, the Boronus and the Fulanis, and then a lot of minorities. Who is enjoying Nigeria the way it is? Why are we afraid to confront our problems with ideas because the ideas will be unpopular? Why? They might be unpopular. Yes, explain it to them. Speak to people in relatable terms. Is it that the man in the northeast and the northwest does not want good life for themselves and their children? Do they understand how the structural lopsidedness of Nigeria makes it impossible to develop infrastructure? Do they understand that once upon a time, the same country that had only 4 regions now has 36 states and a federal capital, each of which has a governor, a state house of assembly? Once upon a time, there were more local governments in the southern, in fact, Yoruba land, the west, had more local government than the whole of northern Nigeria, because local governments were not the basis for sharing revenue. They were basis for locating development, and the western region was interested in urbanizing and developing its space. So they created a lot of local government, but today, you create local government based on land mass, whether there are people there or not. These so-called advantages, how does it trickle down to the common man on the streets of northern Nigeria? These advantages are claimed in the names of Arewa, but it accrues only to members of their feudal ruling class. It has never percolated down to the people. Why is it that we are afraid to speak to ourselves? Because, you see, we have made it so easy for Nigeria to perpetrate lies, just to be lying. What northern Nigeria? Who are these northern Nigerians? Are the people of the plateau part of this northern Nigeria that does not want restructuring? The people in Bauchi, are they one of them as well? All those parts of Bauchi, the Tangali people, so they don't want this restructuring. The Jukuns in Taraba do not want this restructuring. Are they not in northern Nigeria as well? Who is northern Nigeria? Who are the northern? It is important that we dispel these myths by confronting the issues with truth.
You have seen, we have heard. You see, there's an important statement that this guy made that I want us to be able to capture. If you have listened to this man, these
people have kicked you out again. I hope my brother comes back.
You find out that these people are still hiding. They cannot tell us the plain truth the way it is. They are still hiding in one thing or the other. You see this man now saying that before now, that only Oduduwa land had more local government than the whole of the North. Before this time, only Yoruba land had more local government than the North as a whole. Only Yoruba land. But today, put Yoruba land put the whole South together. Put the whole South together. The northern part of Nigeria, the northern part has they have much more than whatever they can think of as a local government. Only Kano alone have more local government than the whole of the Southwest.
44.
Only Kano alone has more local government than the Southwest.
44 local government. That's what they have.
Exactly. But this man is letting us know, this man that just spoke now is letting us know that before now, that the Southwest had more local government than the whole of the North put together. All the northern states put together.
And they did it for development, not for sharing formula.
Exactly. Exactly. But my problem is that these people, after seeing all these things, he is still today, he's still campaigning for Peter Obi based on all this false narrative, all this evil. He is still campaigning for Peter Obi. This man. You will see him, he went further there to explain. He will be asking us, he's telling us, why don't we be bold and talk about this issue? Why are we hiding it? Why won't you be bold and face this thing and talk about it? But he himself is the one hiding. He's the one hiding. He can never hold the bull by the horn and speak the truth. After telling us that anybody who talks about 2023 election, that person is a fool. Today, he is playing a fool.
You know, Bro Chooks, this one is not the recent one. I thought that you would play the recent one he did with Inarise TV when he said the constitution is iniquitous. It's iniquitous. He said nothing. I thought that is those other one that you are going to play.
No, I have played that one before. Let me use for that one. The same person. Okay, let me play that one. Let me play that one.
Around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool.
Let me play that one so that we can listen to that one.
It's
the same man.
And ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of me, 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes. The system is designed with impunity undergirding it, and it can never deliver anything positive to the Nigerian peoples. Be those Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, whatever they care to be. Make an Igbo man president of Nigeria in 2023 and force him to operate the 1999 Constitution. Complete waste of time. Igbo will continue to suffer the brunt of the wickedness of the Nigerian state. Every Nigerian is rendered stateless by the 1999 Constitution. It is an iniquitous, wicked, and evil document. It has nothing good for the Nigerian people. And the longer we continue to fool ourselves believing, and let me enter one quick caveat. Our rulers are actually very intelligent when they care to be, especially when it comes to their own preservation. And I know as a fact that they're already making noises about restructuring in Abuja. The Mace Snatcher and the Lawan and that one that calls himself Baja, all of them are sat there running helter-skelter, cobbling together some lies that they intend to sell to us as constitutional, what do they call it, amendment. Let's be clear. You cannot continue to build on top of lies. You can't sustain that lie. And as long as justice is missing in a place, you continue to have strife. We need to tell ourselves the truth, and that truth is that the closest we can come to normalcy in Nigeria is to have a return to the original agreements that founded this country. Those agreements are very clear in their fundamentals. One of them, federal system. Nigeria is today not a federal system. Let's stop lying to ourselves. The word federal was brought to life by the American election. Each state has its own electoral body because it is essentially a country within a larger country. That was what our fathers agreed. Nobody agreed a situation where a clueless man will sit down inside a rock and begin to issue edicts and diktats to every other person. Nobody signed on for that in 1960. all the constitutional conferences beginning from 1948 all the way to the 1951, all the way to 1960, each and every one of them was very clear and unambiguous. Nigeria was meant to be a federal system based on parliamentary democracy. It wasn't by accident that our fathers settled on parliamentary democracy. They wanted to make democracy as close to the people as it could be. So it simply meant that if you're a parliamentarian, you knew your people knew you. It was the aggregation of the parliamentarians that determined who became the prime minister, and they were also the ones at the regional level who determined who became the premier. So democracy was devolved. It was easier for the people to become involved. What we have today is not a democracy. What we have today is not a federation. We've just become a nation of liars who readily accept every lie that we are told.
As simple as that. You see, Brother Chooks, this thing that you just played right now showed us that there is nobody you can trust in that zoological republic of Nigeria. There is nobody to trust. Nobody to trust. Look, for me,
this man today is campaigning for Peter Obi.
You see, so that is why any platform I go, one thing I will tell them is that as long as you are holding on to that false, iniquitous document this man spoke about here, you will never, if you like, put 100 people there, you cannot walk. And one thing to crown it up, I told them that the South and the North is on a parallel line. They will never meet. The more you try to bring the two systems together, the more you cause more conflict and death and misery to the people. The South is on a path of its own. The North is on a path of its own. They understand themselves. Allow them to go. Encourage dialogue. Let the people speak. If actually you want Nigeria to be one. But as far as we know, we can no longer endure. We are leaving that country. We can no longer endure, my brother. Our people, especially Biafrans, has been made to bear the brunt. Any tribe that wants to get themselves connected or reunited with the caliphate will always use Biafrans as a settling point. That is what they do, my brother. I want our people to understand that if they want to settle themselves, they use Igbo people, Biafrans as a whole, to settle themselves. And we cannot continue with such evil. It's iniquitous. Let me borrow the man said this for us to do that. Please, my people, let me go. Before I go, let me just speak to Biafrans. Biafrans who, wherever you are listening to me, I would like you to please, I thank you for those that participated in the sit at home today. May God and Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless you, and he will replace wherever, whatever you lost today, whatever you might have lost today, God will always bless you. If God bless those before you with 20 pounds they gave them, irrespective of the amount they had in the bank, and today they are the economic pillar of that country, zoo, that they want to live right now, be rest assured that you will not lose anything. Thank you, and may God bless all of you.
Bless you too. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. May Chukwu come and guide you, protect you, secure you. Thank you so much, my brother Maxwell. My viewers, I appreciate everybody who has participated on this very platform today. I thank you and appreciate you. And remember, we will continue to set the record straight. We will never allow them to change the narrative. Every lie they bring against Mazen Dandekano, we will tear them down into pieces. I thank every Biafran who are standing their ground. And I tell you, we have 125 days to go. 125 days to go. Please and please, for your own sake, pay attention to instructions. For your own sake, pay attention to instructions. Follow Mazi Simon Ekpa on all his platforms, mainly on Twitter. Informations are coming every given minute. Information are coming. Please follow him on Twitter. Follow him in all his platforms. Follow all the autopiloted platforms. Today, Autopilot is going to be having a joint media broadcast also. Join the joint media broadcast for you to know what is going on. Please, my fellow Biafrans, pay attention. Don't be deceived. Don't be distracted. It is important you pay attention to the time that we are in. If you pay attention, you will have no cause to regret. We want to make sure that everybody is carried on into Biafra land. Nobody will be left behind. No matter what the enemy does, no matter what they do, they can never overtake us. We will overcome them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran that have participated in this broadcast today. I thank you very much, everybody who have liked and shared. As you have liked and shared, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless you, continue to support you, continue to lead you wherever you go. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our men on the ground. Secure our men on the ground, protect them, build a wall of fire around them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Oduduwa brothers. Our Oduduwa brothers, Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect you, secure you, give you your own victory. Sunday Igboho, wherever he is, Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding and strength to continue to fight on. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our Umuada, Madam Azuka, Honorable Azuka, wherever she is, that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect her. All the Umuada from A to Z, Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect every single one of them. Everyone that is making one contribution or the other to see that our dream of Biafra comes in 125 days. May Chukwu Okike Abiama strengthen you, guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa. Master Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to increase your wisdom, increase your mental toughness, continue to inspire, continue to give you revelations. No weapon formed of action against you shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike Abiama build a wall of fire around you that no enemy shall penetrate you. I appreciate everyone and I commit our Supreme Amazon Nandekano into the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bear Mazen Nandekano in his arms. Let Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to carry Mazen Nandekano the way he has been carrying him from the beginning up to this moment. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to carry Mazen Nandekano in his arm. Cover him from the enemies. Cover him, cover him. No weapon of the enemy shall come close to him. No poison in his body shall have effect. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to be with us. Give him long life, give him strength, give him health wherever he is. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bring him back to us very, very soon. We are going to celebrate with him, and he's coming out with the flag of Biafra. And every one of us will celebrate and raise the flag with Mazen Nandekano very soon. No weapon formed of action against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon formed of action against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. No weapon form of action against Mazen Nandekano shall prosper. Before we go, let us listen to this jingle before we go. Finally.
And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back.
We are live and we are direct.
Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking.
I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care
who you are. I have not just I will. I have become your last bus stop. And said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Ichigo munu baki emu. Munyunu ni te. Ana me sunu de. Unu ga no gede ya raso until Biafra will come.
And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
Thank you so much, my fellow Biafrans. I appreciate everybody who has been patient up to this minute. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. They will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra is already here. 125 days to go. Prepare yourself. If you have not started doing something, do it now. Thank you and stay blessed. See you again tomorrow, same time. Be there and be contributing on your own part. Thank you and stay blessed. Bye-bye.